First top headlines, Indigenous Peoples Forum organizes Ningol Chakauba at Chadong new site tourist destination. Fish fair and crop competition to be held at Hapta Kaungjebung on November 2nd in connection with upcoming Ningol Chakauba, says Fisheries Minister H. Dingo. Heroin toward over rupees 22 lakh seized in Mizoram, 2 women held. No compromise on India's borders, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And a flood of the century in Spain claims at least 95 lives. Hello, welcome to ELITETV's 3 p.m. English News. I'm your host, Deemita. Now the news in detail. With an objective to make the bond love between hill and valley people, Indigenous Peoples Forum today organized Ningol Chakauba at Chadong new site tourist destination in Kamjong district. Hundreds of valley and hilly women took part in the Ningol Chakauba. A large number of women left Imphal for Chadong from Western Gate of Kangla. Speaking to media persons, working president of IPSA, Kuraijam Athoba, and co-convener of Indigenous Peoples Forum, Athon Gangmei, spoke about the main objective of organizing the event.
Ngasi November gi tang ama haiba numina sida lakadoriba laki kumgi wena yang gi nini panbada Manipur pumbada pangthok nariba dum Ningol Chakauba gi mairba kumai natraga khagi thorum aduga mari lenana koi Indigenous Peoples Forum ibiding makhada koi chingmi ningol tamda yum pantiba amadi tamgi ningol sing chingda yum pantiba amadi chingmi da su tongan tongan ba kanglup puruk singi marakta intercaste marriage taukiba adung lu ningol sing adu wai koina khangjaba akoina thengnajaba punamok ching adu ayamba khongbat charaga asi koi chingtam anigi apunba Ningol Chakauba gi adunglaba yamna symbolic koi ba thorom ma kak pangthong na bagi koi sem sajabani asi koi adunglaba koi gi ukhul gi koi Kamjong district ki manung chan laiba Chadong new site village da adunglaba koi Indigenous Peoples Forum gi juji president gi thausu puriba koi oja sangkasar gi pa masamaki khunda hairiba thorom si pangthok jagadabani hairiba thorom si da saruk yanana be damuktai koi tongan ba Kanglup puruk kudimaki Manipur da leba koi yellow puruk kudimaki ningol sing atopa mai masagi Kanglup nataba inak sagai bumduna mayum palu ba ningol sing adu haiba ningol sing asi loina mai koina khanggat charakanda Chakauba gi thorom si pangthong na ba sinjalamjabani
Indigenous from Manipur sinjaba koi singmi tami ani punna koi sakko thorom chida koi meam punna ko ngam jitrakasu koi na ko ya ba haibadi koi sing ningol che koi Indigenous Manipur ki ningol sing na koi tamda yum pan ba mati tamda lei ban maru ina koi metai se ga tare koi na koi Indigenous nara sing kanu sing yum pan jaba du ban ningol sing koi ngasi Indigenous from Manipur na du masin jaba sakko saruk sida harau na meam lakpi na hai jaba lakpi no mi ku khudum bokso koi from de harau ban wai ban poruk sari adu ba koi sing mi tammi no sida ki khudam wai ba asigo thorom ni na koi laujagani loina meam mathang sahi da su lakada ba sikuma thorom se koi de sinja bada meam Manipur da lai ba Indigenous mipam khudum ba saruk yabi.
Fisheries Minister H. Dingo Singh invites the people of Manipur to visit the fish fair at Hata Kaungjebung on 2nd November in Valor, organized by the Fisheries Department for the upcoming Ningol Chakauba Festival 2024. Visitors can find a variety of local fish at subsidized rates. In addition to fish, the fair offers a range of agriculture and horticulture products as well as handloom and handicraft items made by internally displaced persons, IDPs, from various relief camps. A video footage released by Fishery Minister H. Dingo added.
Manipur ki praja miyam punamupu aini kokno na khurumjari loina na akhoi Diwali gi ngasi hai farba numit loina na hiangai gi nini panba adugumba akhoi ningol chakoba adi Manipur gi amata ngaraba adugumba ningol singi festival yamna maroiba sigumba ningol chakoba sina lakpa sidaida Manipur ki praja miyam punamukta aigi tarptagi yaifa paujel pijari haidana ai hanmukta da thamjari loina na akhoi lakadoriba Ningol Jacob Basiga Mari Lena, November Gitang, and Isreda, Maruina, Hata Kamjibunda, Fishery Department, Adumba, Miami Kudung Chan and Navagimuta, Fish Mela, Amasinjari, Mela Sitamigi Panamdi, Manipuri Pasa, Mianda, Home Mamanda, Adi Yamna, Hantava Mamanda, Hoingasi, Pasana Fangamba, Aduga Prazamian the Kudung Java Piva. Di panamda koi fishery department na koi pangtok sabani haidana sumana thamjage adu Manipur ki praja miyam punamungna lengbira kanda koi na subsidize to hongbo moment the lepsa adu koi nga gi product mayam indigenous fish mayam ma koi puthongna koi sem sajari aduna Manipur praja miyam ramukta koi khudong chana na ngta koi sinjaba adu koi fishery department na sinjaba koi chief minister gi licing makha da sinjaba adu program ma khakni haidana
Meanwhile, preparation for Fish Fair crop competition has already completed. A team of ELITETV News inspected a venue site, Hapta Kangjibung, in Imphalis district. Many stalls have been already installed. Here is a report from our video journalist, Savantana Laishram, and reporter Pariton Kontaujam.
Hojik aina lejariba mafam asi akogi village compound maninga leiba akogi hapta kangjebung haiba tare hairiba hapta kangjebung asida akogi labliba ningon chakoba asiga mari lenana akogi Manipur da mapalamgi pusalakpa nga sing sijenadona bagi damata akogi nga gi mela taunana bagi damata mafam asi akogi yamkan sem saba adugi sakam ni uribse hojik nga mela taunana bagi damata lakadoriba Ningon Jacobugi Damukta, Namelagi Damukta Shem Sarba, Mafamni, I know, Lady Akogi, Hariba Mafam Sida, Akogi Stone Chamaga, Yankai Krahen Bana, Akoshal Yagadori Bani, Hariba, Mafam Sida, Pumbigadangasi, Makal, Makakayagi, Ngani, Pengba, Row, Katla, Napichabi, Adugum Lava, how Makanyatani, Hojik, Manipuda. Asuki matik akoy mapalamdagi pusalakliba nga singase almasi akoy tingnanabagi pandamda akoy tay khudinggi oina ningon jakobagi ngagi mela tawi adubu ngasi maksu akoy gi hariba hapta kangribung asida nga melagi damukta hayeng asi nungtin pung ama ani adai haugatabani hariba nga mela asi masida akoy gi miyamna lakpiduna masida tawgadaba nga mela asida akogi saruk yabiu haibadi akogi ningon takaubugi damangta akoi mafam masidagi nga laibiu Manipur da thokpa potok chingbu akoi Manipur da adum lejanana bugi damangta senda lambi akogi Manipur gi farmer sing haibadi akogi ngami sing asi akogi mapalamda akogi mapalamgi nga ase sijenadana bugi damangta Manipur bazaar sing ase akogi Manipur gi mahau leiraba adugumlaba nga sijenana bugi damangta hayeng Ji akogi nga mela to gedori hariba nga mela asida adongi ningon jakobugi damukta akogi nga lebiu haibachu akoina pogenjari miyamda hariba nga mela sing mela asida nga kayana saruk yagadori hadi nga makhan kaya ama puraktuna hariba nga sing adu akogi Manipur pumbugi oina akoi phanganabagi damukta adugumlaba chawraba mafam mama Toga akoy mela si sinjagadabuni hariba mela si akogi fishery department gi makada Manipur fishery department gi makada singadabuni hariba fishery department na ko silang to nga mela se sinjagatoribani hariba nga mela asida akoi Manipur laibiriba praja ichilinau singna akoi nga asibu laibiduna akoi nga asibu mahau yengbiu hariba nga sing asi makhan kaya gi nga ni masida phangbigatoribasi iram masigi matangda pawdam jariba 79 laisram Elite News hapta kangjebung.
After a long break, about 17 months, Lai Harawa, the ritual ceremony of god and goddesses to be performed with strict guidelines. This was stated by General Secretary of Umang Lai Kanba Apun Belob Mutum Churamani during a press meet held at Sana Konung today. The press meet was jointly organized by Sana Konung Utra Sanglan and Umang Lai Kanbelob. He further said the Lai Harawa ritual to be performed under strict 14 guidelines. He added.
Harawaji pangtok biwa matamda ahamida koin thamjiriji la harawaji pangtok biwa matamda ngama kai koina nungdangda ahingda kaida torombado madugi muhutta la harawaji kogi nuti yoina nipan gi manungda la harawaji thoromji luishin bigadabani aduga lairoi gi namisina pung 10 bugi manungda luishin biba haidana koina kupna khanajara matungda sumaina wafumji thamjare aduga koina laibaki rangsina kogi maram orga Lai lebaki akoi thoi na pantha pibi kraba isre nau sing aduga loinana hojik khungak na lei isre nau sing sigi mafamda koina lebaki rang asida lai thoi ba phangi ba awa ne chekeng phangi ba mayam sing asigi yengbiraga lai haroi nei manung da su no matang di pung khradang nomai manung da pung khradang di akoi hai ba sing asigi thoni akhanana thoni throm ma ju pangthokpina ba koina yang kumna khanajara matungda sana kangrol si pangthokpina ba koina semjare.
Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh yesterday attended the inaugurations of the Museum of Valor dedicated to Major Lilong Bob cutting in Tawang, Arunachal Pradesh, an event led by Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. This museum commemorates Major Kathing, a heroic Manipuri Tangkhul Naga who is celebrated for his enduring sacrifices and bravery in securing Tawang as part of India. On the sidelines of the function, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh expressed his gratitude to the Arunachal Pradesh government for recognizing Major Kathing's contribution. He acknowledged the significant steps taken by Manipur as well, mentioning that the state government has allocated ₹3 crore to establish a memorial in his honor. However, ongoing efforts to select an appropriate site either at his birthplace in Manjupuki or a central location have delayed the project further, compounded by recent elections and the present situation in Manipur. The Chief Minister said tribute to Major Kathing's leadership and bravery, recalling that when China laid claim to Tawang, it was Major Kathing who led his soldiers raise the Indian flag and affirmed Tawang as an inseparable part of India. Major Kathing was not only a man of great sacrifice, but also a visionary leader, he said, emphasizing the importance of keeping his legacy alive. Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also honoured Major Kathing's contributions in his remarks, underscoring the enduring gratitude the nation holds for his bravery. Chief Minister Biren Singh concluded by saying that Major Kathing's sacrifices must be remembered for generations to come, serving as a reminder of his unparalleled dedications to the nation. A team of Manipur police led by SDPO Yairipok in collaborations with the Mumbai police successfully rescued a missing minor girl from Jasai in Navi, Mumbai. The operation took place under the jurisdictions of the Uran police station on October 31st. The accused, identified as Laishram Sanantoy Singh, whose real name is Abdul Manaf Chaudhary, age 25, is from Jirighat Bagicha, Part 1, Assam. He has been arrested in connections with the case. Authorities are currently undertaking necessary legal procedures, including a medical examinations of the minor, to ensure her well-being and further investigation. The Manipur police team from Thawal district also comprises women police personnel of the women police station. After transit remain is obtained from the concerned magistrate and other authorities, permission is obtained from transporting the arrested accused, the police team will return to Manipur soon for further necessary legal procedures. Further details of the incident are awaited. 2 women were arrested after heroin worth rupees 22.7 lakh was seized from their possessions near Mizoram's Aizol, Assam Rifles said in a statement. Acting on a tip of a joint team of Assam Rifles and the Mizoram Police launched operations at Mobak village and recovered 32.4 grams of the narcotic substance from the 2 women, it said on Thursday. One of the 2 accused is a resident of Mobak and the hills from Manipur's Rachanpur district. Both the accused and the seized contraband worth rupees 22.7 lakh were handed over to the Special Narcotics Police Station (CID) crime in Aizol, the statement added. And now let's take a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Ningol Chakobagi Pauzel, Salai Apunba Nupi Lamjing Loop Sanulana, English Singanigatara Mangadagi, Hiangai Nini Panbaningol Jacob Numita Kana Lazadrabi Palim Pantona Natai Virabi, Mabung Mopa Lazadrabi, Ijaningol Singamadi, Home the Lady B, Isu Ija Sing, Chakobagi Torum, Liptana Chataduna Lapa, Sigimakacha Tarapada, Handak Chahigi Tang Ahum, Tataramatoi, English Singaniga Gungamadi, Hiangai Nini Panba, Nomizing Numit Ase, Singzamai Chungamaka the Laba, Sanulagi, head office Pang Tok Jagani, Lupna. Akanaba Pauche Pizabada, Tita Hova, Arapa de Leba, Equina di Kanzadaba, Ichaningo, Oibi Singna, Makada Pizariba, telephone number Ani Asida phone to Vidago, Ichaningo, Oibi Singna could take to Nawana Nizarapa, Hianga Yiningo, Chakoba Tana Lakbada, Ningol Oibi Icha Singi Mitlupirang Tabayaroi, Sanulagi Mama, Equina Icha Singi the Maktong Launa Hangtuna, Naiduna Lady, Arapa Icha Singi Gariki Awabale Heloi, Equina Sinjariba phone number Asida Pau for Vidago, 9233028400 Imasanti 8974689700 Imasoro Hairiba Piriba phone number ani asida contact tobirau
Pengba Kabak Ningol Chakobagi Oina Lejeri Kunchi Sahigi Oina Mapung Mari Paraba Pengba Amadi Kabak Gram Chahundagina Gram Changaki Batakta Chauraba Pengba Singmi Mapung Mari Paraba Pengba Amadi Kabak Asi Ningol Chakobagi Damak Supnagi KG the Lupa Chatruk the Pangan Jagadi Nasimak order to Vihoro Akak Nava KG Masingni Pangpam Soibam Sur Chandra Pengba Pam Hiangta
Ningol Chakauba amadi Diwali kumaida relief camp te leiriba ichelenau singna saba polam sing leibiu Manipur Handloom and Handicraft Development Corporation na nauna branded tauraba subna khaktagi lupa lising amadagina lising amaka chamri fawada mamal oiba combo gift pack phangbigani masida nimit khuding sizinariba dhup thaumai fi sunanaba kon fengnanaba haksang noinaba sapon final fajaraba bag amada yauri Amaromda State Handloom Expo October 13 dagi November 3 fauba Iboy amasumang lila sanglen da pangthok jaragani Manipur Handloom and Handicraft Development Corporation Pauna Bazar na sinba mela asida numit khudingi sizinaba polam singi mathakta kauna liwa ihongi polam sing yauna Manipur gi relief camp te lebe chele naw sing na saba polam kaya ama uchagani mela asibu yengba lakpiyo amadi miyamna relief camp te lebe chele naw sing na sem sajari ba polam sing asi leibiduna pungning thogat piu thona hapiu haina paujenjari
Lana Thauram, Taibang Mapokta, Ekogi Irakta Tinzaramba, Nomai Themboni Sana Nongdon Amadi, Miyamgina Athobo Wahengbam, Sarat Kumar Captain Sopai Bamaitay Anina, Taibang Mapugi Punsi Sengjel Luireduna, Okibachay Chat October Kunhumdo Lisani Supna Kunmari Kumza, Mirathagi Kunithoni Chanba Yumsakisa Korauda, Mapuna Thaba Chay Sing Suraduna, Makogi Yabi, Tawaina Mapugi Lekonda, Lairang Lainam Oina Tinzakre, Chat October Kuntaret Lisani Supna Kunmari Kumza, Miragi Kuntarukni Chanba, Nomai Jing Korauda, Mangani Lehuntam Zeraga, Lakliba Chat November ani lisingani sukna kunmari kumza hiyangai gi nongma chanba thangja korauda lekhidaba makhoi ani gi poknafam singda lana thauram pangthok saragani numit asida lekhidaba makhoi ani gi yaibi thawaina mapugi lekonda ingna chikna leijaruna bagi damak ngamjaba hairang leirang jaduna taibangpan mapugi minkhai ga loinana tengbang ma mapugi khuya khada kachagadori lekhidaba ani gi poknafam lamdamda pangthok kadaba thauram sing asida ahal laman ipa ipal ima iben iche ichal marup mapiza amadi inglingai matamda sakhang maikhang najaramba khwai khibikna matam sana lengbirakuna mapugi mikhairol tabiranaba paujanjari punimjari basing wahengmam ongbi jina leima loinabi wahengmam dev sing maitai apokpa wahengmam ongbi memsa devi apokpi hiyangnam awang laikai nolokchari basing nongmaithem raju maitai mapa nongmaithem ongbi sangita leima mama wangkhai asangmam laikai Imphal East.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV's 3 p.m. English News. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday said India cannot compromise on even an inch of land on its borders, adding the people believe in the strength of its armed forces for defending the country. India's enemies see the end of their sinister plans when they see the Indian armed forces, he said at Shar Creek in Gujarat's Kutch district as he kept up his tradition of celebrating Diwali with personnel of the armed forces. The spot is located close to the Indo-Pak border. In the past, attempts were made to turn this region into a battlefield. The enemy has set its eye on this region for a long time, but we are not worried as you are guarding the nation. Our enemy also knows it well, Modi asserted. People of India feel the country is safe because of you. When the world sees you, it sees India's strength. When enemies see you, they see the end of the sinister plans, Modi said, addressing personnel of the Border Security Force, Army, Navy and Air Force. Today, there is a government in the country which cannot compromise even on 1 inch of the country's borders, the Prime Minister added. Attempts were made in the past to capture Sir Creek in the name of diplomacy by the enemy, but he, as then Gujarat Chief Minister, had raised his voice against such attempts, Modi said. His government believes in the strength of the army to defend the country and does not depend on the words of the country's enemies, Modi further said. Notably, Indian and Chinese troops earlier this week completed this engagement of 2 friction points at Demchok and Depsang plans in eastern Ladakh following an agreement between the two countries to end an over 4-year-old standoff along the line of actual control. A tragic road accident occurred at Khanapara in the city of the night of Diwali. The incident involved head-on collisions between 2 Scorpio vehicles. As a result of the crash, a man and a woman lost their lives. Meanwhile, another has been admitted at GMCH. The accident has cast a shadow over the festive celebrations in the area. Authorities are investigating the circumstances that lead to the collision. Further details are awaited as the investigation progresses. On the other hand, Diwali was celebrated with pomp and gaiety in Nagaland on Thursday. During the day, people were seen busy buying earthen lamps and firecrackers. By evening, houses were lit with decorative lights, diyas and candles. The administration banned the use of firecrackers, but the skies were lit with fireworks. Governor La Ganeshan and Chief Minister Naifurio extended greeted people on the occasion. As the lights of the Diwali illuminate our homes and hearts, may you all be blessed with abundance, good fortune and prosperity in every endeavor, the governor said. Chief Minister Rio said, I share your joy in celebrating the Festival of Lights. He also hoped that peace and harmony would exist in every home and that the celebration will be joyful. Rio also witnessed everyone a safe and blessed Diwali. In the meanwhile, 1 person died and 11 rented houses were destroyed after a devastating fire broke out on Lakshmi Priya Road in Sivashagar, Assam during Diwali celebrations on October 31st. The victim, identified as Shyam Roy, was caught in the blast that engulfed the residential area near Sadar Police Station in Ward No. 7. He was rushed to hospital but succumbed to severe burn injuries. Multiple gas cylinders explosions intensified the fire, which spread rapidly through the properties primarily occupied by food vendors and artisans. Fire teams from both Assam State Fire Brigade and ONGC Fire Brigade responded to the emergency, eventually bringing the flames under control after a coordinated effort. Local authorities have launched investigations into the cause of the fire, which resulted in significant property damage in a densely populated area. Survivors of the worst natural disaster to hit Spain in this century awoke the scenes of devastation on Thursday after villages were wiped out by monstrous flash floods that claim at least 95 lives. The death toll is expected to rise as search efforts continue, with officials removing bodies from vehicles and an unknown number of people still missing. Unfortunately, there are dead people inside some vehicles, said Spain's Transport Minister Oscar Puente in reference to hundreds of cars and trucks stranded on roads stained brown with mud. The aftermath of the floods look early similar to damage left by a strong hurricane or tsunami. Cars piled on one another like broken toys, uprooted trees, drawn power lines and household items all merged in a layer of mud-covered streets of Barrio de la Torre, a suburb of Valencia, just one of dozens of damaged localities in the hard-hit region of Valencia, where 92 people died between late Tuesday and Wednesday morning. Walls of rushing water turned narrow streets into deep death traps and sprung rivers that rip into the ground floors of homes and swept away cars, people and anything else in its path. And now let's take a short break again. Stay tuned for more updates.
Start talk with Jitni Wombada, Mayamutara Mokchari.
Angang Singse, Panic Ningamde, Maram saying the Harvard, Okamatam, the so. Panic Sipa Haiti, Kahavisamna style type, the Zanavado, Adugido, Nomadic Tugai, and a Kanze. Even I am the Luhong Wagi say, Luhong Wagi says you won't be artist Kotimaksu, audience Kotimaksu, Manipur Sam, the PE, Nushitana, Lemina say, Miamana. Power Pami Amana Kitang Mayon Chung Pohor Matamda. Hadi Nushira Gadika, we mang the Ngang doing no Havana.
Singapore Madukuma, Pandagi, kilometer, Kumangaron, Satlagan.
Everyone is welcome. I think.
Diabetes ko loy na hinglibasing tamagi manungda control to bangamlay. Urea creatinine wangbasu tamagi manungda hantabang ngamlay. khong hamba nungaitabasu numit manganigi manungda fahanba ngamle piles saibadi nungsang nabasu chamada chama fahanba ngamle cholesterol wangba numit kunida normal oiba ngamle bp wangbasu tha amagi manungda normal oiba ngamle fatty liver oibasu tha amagi manungda fagat hanba ngamle pumnamak natural oiba hidak makhalna lying jabani hakchang da sokadaba side effect amata laite makhata na hidak chabagi mathau su tararoi hena kupa parol gidamak ngasimak langsin birau diabetes hospital soibam leikai ayangpali road opposite Karkinos Jenims Hospital Porompat Imphal East near Punjab National Bank.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV's English News. The White House has cautioned Iran against responding to Israel's retaliations, saying that the US will support Israel in defending itself if Iran chooses to respond. Iran should not respond to Israel's retaliations. They should not. If they choose to do so, we will support Israel in defending itself. But Iran should not respond to Israel's retaliations, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said during the media interactions on Wednesday. Last Saturday, Israel launched airstrikes targeting what it described as military targets in Iran in retaliations for a ballistic missile assault on October 1st. Israel's military had described the attack on precise strikes on military targets in Iran. Meanwhile, Iran's air defense headquarters had said it successfully countered the Israeli attacks, which resulted in only limited damage. On Tuesday, Iran's Foreign Minister Sayed Abbas Araghchi said that Israel would bear the consequences for attacking Iran. At the meeting in the capital, Tehran, with the ambassadors and head of diplomatic missions, the United Nations offices and international organizations in Iran, Araghchi said that Israel and its enablers cannot avoid the political and legal responsibility for aggressions on Iranian soil and must be held accountable for it. Iran has fully reserved its legal rights to respond appropriately to such a clear aggression, he said, while stressing that Iran would neither hesitate in doing so nor act hastily. At least 10 people were fatally shot by police and dozens of others were injured when authorities cracked down on unrest following Mozambique's presidential elections, two medical groups said, as the country braced Thursday for more protests against a vote criticized as fraudulent by opposition parties and questioned by international observers. Daniel Chapo of the ruling Front for the Liberations of Mozambique was announced as the winner of the elections on October 24th, extending the Frelimo party's 49 years of power since independence from Portugal in 1975. Chapo is to succeed President Felipe Nyusi, who is stepping down after serving the two-term allowed under the Constitution. Frelimo has regularly been accused of rigging elections, and Mozambique's security forces had previously been criticized for suppressing protests with deadly force. Opposition parties claim fraud on the day of the elections, while observers from the European Union said in a letter report that there were irregularities in the vote counting and some results had been altered. Tensions were high in the southern African country in the build-up and immediate aftermath of the October 9th vote, but more unrest were struck when two senior officials of an opposition party were killed in their car in the capital, Maputo, on October 18 after being ambushed by unidentified gunmen late at night. The opposition says the attackers fired 25 bullets at the car. The killings were widely seen in Mozambique as being politically motivated. One of the victims was a lawyer and advisor to Valencio Mondlane, the main opposition candidate for president who was second in the election. 10 people died of gunshot wounds and another 63 were wounded by gunfire in protests between October 18 and October 26. The medical associations of Mozambique and the Mozambique Order of Doctors said in a joint statement Wednesday. In most of the shootings, especially those that resulted in death, the intention of the police was to shoot to kill. Gilberto Manhica, the head of the Order of Doctors, was quoted as saying by local media. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to the ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channel. And now let's take a look at the headlines once again. Indigenous Peoples Forum organizes Ningol Chakoba at Jadong New Site tourist destination. Fish fair and crop competition to be held at Haptag Gangjebung on November 2nd in connections with upcoming Ningol Chakoba, says Fisheries Minister H. Ding. Heroin worth over Rs 22 lakh seized in Mizoram, 2 women held. No compromise on India's borders, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Flood of the century in Spain claims at least 95 lives. And that's all for now. For more updates, keep watching ELITETV 6 p.m. English News. Thank you and have a great day.